Okay, here we go, another one. Let's see what we get up to with this one. This is number 8. The working class scum intellectuals. It's plural because I'm hoping to have guests on at some point when I'm released from custody. Really interesting guests, like homeless people, paranoid schizophrenic people, lunatics, bedwetters, the House of Lords, in other words. Yeah, this is good actually. Gets my creative juices going. I am going to get nutcases. I want to be different. I don't want a bunch of boring fucking comedians talking about bullshit fucking gigs or whatever, you know. I want to interview borderline psychotic lunatics. Yeah. You know, in other words, people that voted for Hillary Clinton. Oh my God! Did he say that out loud? You can't say that. They're so sweet, those people. Those are the nice people. The caring people. They're always bitching about everybody else. But then the right wing are fucking just as bad. They're all dicks. I don't know. What political party to belong to? It's a tricky one. The monster raving loony one, obviously, that's a no-brainer, to be honest. What political party? I guess if you're in the UK, I guess Labour. What the hell? Sure. Yeah, I guess they're. I guess they're better. It's hard to tell. It's also incredibly boring. And soul destroying to even think about it. Politics. I mean, you got the one party. So where I am right now in Vietnam, they have a one party system. It's just like feudalism, I always think. You know, they got the rich people, they're the aristocracy. In other words, they were the high up ranking army officers in Ho Chi Minh's mob that won the Vietnam War. Which is basically what happened in the old days as well, when the Normans invaded England. I heard the Normans were a bit of a rough bunch. They would kind of put ISIS to shame. You know, if anybody stole, they used to just punish people by lopping off their limbs and just letting them, flop around to let them know they meant business. I heard they were very cruel. They didn't mess around back then, did they? Yeah. Plucking out of eyeballs. Impaling. That's a good one. Vlad the Impaler. Yeah. Sounds like a porn name. The Eastern Europeans. I've watched some Eastern European porn. It's kind of funny. Because I can't help but think that these people were once part of the Soviet bloc, which doesn't really seem scintillatingly sexy to me for some reason, yet they seem, I just can't picture them in a sexual way, even though the women are certainly can be very attractive. But for some reason, I mean, 1-to-1, I'd certainly wouldn't be, stopping a queue from being formed for me. But I mean, porn. Let's just talk about porn. British porn, forget it. I can't even imagine watching British porn. I mean, I used to say a joke. There's no such thing as Scottish pornography because of her skin. It's so pasty, the lenses can't take the glare. Yeah, that's one of mine. I wrote that, and I use it in public, and people laugh. But British more the voices. I mean, hello, love. You got some chips for that, Wanna come down and have some egg and chips? It's just, it doesn't evoke feelings of deep lust within me. I'm sorry. And, I like British women, from all the 4 countries. Even Ireland, that should be ours. Back when the empire was what it should have been, and what it should be today again. But porn, forget, I don't like American porn. I don't like porn where I can actually hear the person speak, because then I can understand just how massively I don't have anything in common with them other than the fact that I want to look at their naked body. It's an amazing amount of power that young women have because of their bodies. I mean, just to be that popular. I mean, we can only do that if we are on TV or in a boy band. Doesn't really matter what we look like, to be honest, does it? Just beyond to have some sort of status. It's even like that in high school, really. I remember when I was a kid, as a joke, an ironic postmodern joke before there wasn't even such a thing as an ironic postmodern joke. I was so ahead of my time. I decided to run for student council when I was 14 under the anarchist ticket. And it was all the usual sort of sporty, jockey people. You know, the popular folks. But I had my own method. I went around and talked to all the nerdy people and asked them to vote for me. And they all voted for me. I got the most votes. So I actually became, the anarchist on the school council. When that happened, women were attracted to me. Well, not women, 14-year-old girls, which might be even better. Did I say that out loud? But no, that did happen. I remember that. He's popular. We like him now. Before, we thought he was a repulsive. No, they didn't think I was that bad. But, I wasn't that popular. I should have gotten a band. That's what I should have done. I would have been a good. I did when I was young. I think I was 14. We did a battle of the lip syncing thing, and I did the Who. I can't remember what song it was. Me and my friend, we all loved the Who. I was just watching. So Who are like a singles band, although not necessarily. Quadrophenia is brilliant, so is Tommy. But now all their songs are great, but the ones that they have that are great, I guess they're all like that. Led Zeppelin's like that. Black Sabbath is like that. The Beatles solo albums are like that. The thing is with the Beatles, boom. I was listening to on if you put the first the solo albums, you've got Plastic Ono Band, John Lennon, All Things Must Pass, George Harrison, and that McCartney album, which is a great album, the very first solo one he did. You just pluck out the songs from there, stick them in one album. You got a great Beatles album, let's be honest. And then on their own, well, the Plastic Ono one is a really great one. And so is the George Harrison one. And so is the Beatles one. The McCartney one. But they're not as good. I guess it's the variety, isn't it? You get, Queen is a bit like that as well. You got Fred knocking out the operatic stuff with very heavily camp undertones. Then you've got Brian May, worrying about badgers and yet coming up with really cool rock and roll riffs for a very posh, curly-haired, tall chap. Then you got the quiet one, John Deacon, coming up with, you're my best friend. Ooh, you make me. And then you've got Roger Taylor, who's the bad boy. Remember that video he did when they were all in drag and he was dressed up as a schoolgirl? That's a very, very disturbing. That's confusing, I would describe his outfit for many people. Many heterosexual males. It's like, Roger, come on, what are you trying to do here? This is, you look like Goldie Hawn, but less manly. And you weren't in foul play with Chevy Chase. We're counting down. Did I come up with any jokes from this one? Let's just check. Let's see. Bin Laden, no, that was a beat. I have no, we didn't. But maybe this was it doesn't really matter.